Welcome back to Crunchtimechaos. The NBA postseason has been going on for a week right now. A lot of things are going down. A lot of winners and losers. But the Thunder-Suns game is going on. Thunder looking like they're about to sweep. If you see me looking away, I have the Timberwolves and Nuggets game on my TV right now. Game 5. I'll talk about all this series, but I'm going to give you guys my winners and losers of the postseason thus far. But make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, and embrace the chaos. Let's get started right away with the game currently going on right now. The Thunder versus the Suns. Thunder obviously up 3-0. And last game, SGA is just cooking. He's going to show why he's about to win his second MVP back-to-back. Had 42, playoff career high, on 15 of 18 shooting. Effortless, efficient buckets. Went to the foul line 12 times. 11-12 on the foul line. Talking to the fans, he's like, I don't need him. And you're right, he don't need him. He can still get the job done. Dillon Brooks, he's a winner so far in these playoffs. 33 in Game 3, even though they lost, and 30 in Game 2 in OKC. Had 18, but not the best efficiency in those games either. But Devin Booker, yeah, step up. 20 points, 6 boards, 4 assists. 45% from the field, 28% from the three-point line. Got to step up there. And 79% from the charity stripe. Career 85% from the foul line. Definitely needs to step up for sure. It's been a rough series for him. Oklahoma defense, they got a lot of players you can throw at him. Casey Wallace, Alex Caruso, Lou Dort, plenty of defenders to throw at him. Even called out ref. Devin Booker never done that. Call him out by first name is crazy, but you got to do what you got to do around here to get some calls. I did not mention Jalen Green. I have no clue on how he has been doing so far in this series, but I'm just gonna. He has 21 points. He showed up. He actually showed up. Jalen Green 21 points tonight. AJ Mitchell's balling right now. Shea has 29. Devin Booker 21. Dillon Brooks stepping up as well. Everyone's chipping in for the Suns. Colin Gillespie has 20 of his own, and Jalen Green has been doing solid in 3 games against the Thunder. 21, 5 and 3, a steal. Listen, and he had 2 great games in the play-in. So Jalen Green, so far in these postseason, has been solid and having his moments, even though we know he's very inconsistent, trust me. Especially in those Houston days. 1 great game, he had 30. 1, he could have like 5. That's for sure. But the Suns about to set, and the Thunder about to sweep, but great run. No one expected that you should be here, and you gave it everything you got, and we'll see what happens with the Suns next year. But for the J-Dub side of things, we don't know when he'll come back. You're going to need him eventually, definitely in the conference finals, if you do play San Antonio when you get there, because you definitely need him, and also probably win a championship as well. But for winners out of that series, SGA, cooking. Alex Caruso is balling as well. Chet doing his thing. Might as well the entire Thunder. Dillon Brooks doing his thing. Devin Booker, he's on the loser side of things. He got to step up for sure. But next series, the Lakers against the Houston Rockets, and I have a lot of stuff to say right here. LeBron James, the GOAT, can still get the job done. Last game, they fell flat, losing 115-96 in Houston. LeBron looked tired, showing his age. 10 points, 2 of 9 from the field. 8 turnovers, 9 assists, though. Look a little old, but the Lakers, I do believe they'll close out in 5 games, but who would have thought of 3-0 to begin with? Marcus Smart and Luke Kennard, they're winners right there. Jackson Hayes, winner so far in this series. The Lakers have just been the winners so far in their series. But for Houston, Kevin Durant only played 1 game. I know you a hooper, you a baller, but I know he wants to get on that court. They need him back desperately, but pride kicked in. You're at home in H-Town. You had to show up and show out for the fans and get that big-time dub. Sengun, he had very bad 2 first games, but in Game 3, 33-16, and he set the tone last game. Amen Thompson did his thing. Reed Shepard did his thing as well. And Aaron Holiday already had more bench points than he did in Game 3. So the bench was solid. A great all-around team effort by the Rockets in Game 4. But Lakers in 5. Lakers gonna win this one in 5 games. I mean, I don't see much happening. Lakers get a good amount of rest for, especially it matters for LeBron. He's 41 years old. They next play Wednesday back in LA. Role players tend to play much better, so I think the Lakers will close it out in 5 games, and the Rockets will have a lot of questions to ask in the offseason for sure. KD, distant from the team, a lot of leadership stuff. I mean, we've seen it. Golden State, obviously not the leader because you have Steph and Draymond, but you were the best player over there. Brooklyn, I know Harden and Kyrie got hurt. Phoenix, OKC, could it be now Houston? We do not know yet, but Lakers going to win 5. I mean, that whole team just winners. JJ Redick, winner for sure. Just out scheming Ime Udoka right now. Doing a great job in his second season coaching ever in like a professional scene. Just incredible. This next up, Nuggets versus Timberwolves. Wolves currently 3-1 in the series. They're down 15 to the Nuggets. Jokic just going right to the basket. But foul, it's getting negative here. Whoa, Jokic. It's getting negative with Jokic right over there. But this series has been insane. I mean, these two teams are a rivalry for sure. Ayo Dosunmu, 43 in Game 4. Masterclass, the second most off the bench in playoff history. And Manny DiVincenzo, though, they're out for the series due to an injury for Anthony Edwards, bone, knee, bruise, left knee, and hyperextension as well. DiVincenzo obviously tore his Achilles within the first minute of the game, which sucks. Prayers to Dante DiVincenzo and Anthony Edwards. But Rudy Gobert, he is a winner in this series and in the postseason as well. Showing up and showing out defensively, stopping Jokic. Jokic has not been looking like himself. I don't think he's fully 100% healthy, but that's the stats right here. 11 of 40 when Gobert guards him. 6 of 26 in the second half. 2 of 16 in fourth quarters from games 2 through 4. Rudy Gobert is doing a heck of a job guarding Nikola Jokic. Even though Jokic, I mean, that boy just always kills Rudy Gobert scrawny self. But gotta give credit to Rudy Gobert, the role player stepping up over there. Jaden McDaniels talking trash, able to back it up, winning back-to-back games. Eliminating Jamal Murray a little bit, not having the most efficient series. They do need Peyton Watson, though. He was giving like a nice spark over the course of the season when Jokic was missing a month due to an injury. Aaron Gordon hasn't been himself. You need key contributions with Tim Hardaway Jr., 6th Man of the Year finalist. Obviously, that went to Keldon Johnson of the Spurs. But you need key players stepping up over there. But the Wolves, Ayo Dosunmu, big winner. Like I just mentioned, 43-point master class. Rudy Gobert doing his thing. Julius Randle going under the radar a little bit, avoiding that scrutiny. But luckily, they're up 3-1 right now. I think they'll win in 6 games because Denver had to win at home. Otherwise, it would look really bad on Jokic and the Nuggets, and especially would have felt bad for the Nuggets fans. But for the last series in the Western Conference, the Spurs and the Trail Blazers. The Spurs up 3-1 in the series. They were down 19 going into halftime, came back, and won by 21 at the end of the fourth quarter. Listen, I'm very impressed by the Spurs right now. I mean, the young players are really chipping in. Devin Vassell, Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper, highlighting those two. Game 3. Game 3, Stephon Castle, 33. Dylan Harper, 27 points. 22 of his points came in the second half as well. So I like what I'm seeing from the young guys. Those two are winners for sure. And Victor Wembanyama from Game 4. 27, 12, 3 assists, 4 steals, and 7 blocks. The first ever unanimous Defensive Player of the Year. Rightfully so. Generational talent. Gonna be the face of the league. Could be the best, will be the best player in the world one day. De'Aaron Fox also showed up with 28 points, just going at any Portland Trailblazer defender inside the paint. Just finished with left hand with ease. But the Spurs, they're here. And if the Nuggets lose, they can have a trip to the conference finals. And who knows? They beat the Thunder 4 out of 5 times in the regular season, 1 including the play-in tournament. Could we see San Antonio go in the finals and win it all? We do not know yet. But on the Portland Trailblazers side of things, they're gonna be here for. They're gonna be back. They will be back. Series ain't over, but it's gonna be over in 5 games. Robert Williams is having a great impact off the bench. Scoot Henderson is lining up, except for game 4. He was bad. 0-7, 0 points. We had a 31-point game in the series, and he's making his 3-point jump shots. It was struggle. That was a big question coming into the draft in his early career. Struggled with the jump shot, but he's been able to pick it up. And he's been shooting that thing. And once Damian Lillard comes back, this team could be nice. Drew Holiday could still get the job done. Had 29 points in game 3. Great veteran presence. 2-time champion, 2-time All-Star, and 6-time All-Defense as well. But the Spurs, those young players, they are winners for sure. Victor Wembanyama, a winner. Also got to give credit to Denny Avdia as well. Had struggled in game 3. Had a solid impact in game 4. But in 2 road games against San Antonio, he was good as well. Been surprised, but he did his thing. He's doing his thing so far in his postseason and letting the world know who he really is. But going into the Eastern Conference, the Magic versus the Pistons. Now, Orlando now leads 3-1. In my notes, it was 2-1, but I had to watch the game. And, they're just whooping the Detroit Pistons. If you like 90s ball, 2000s, you like clamps, this is your series. Now, I love defense, clamps. We all here for that. None of the soft stuff around here in the NBA. Not too much threes, but the offense. The Magic offense has been picking it up. They have been very consistent for a lot of chunks of the season, but that's been a lot due to injury. Had high hopes going into the season where they could have been a top 3 seed, 4 seed with a lot of injuries happening to superstars like Halliburton. That hurts to say, but he's a star. Jason Tatum, obviously Dame, no longer being in the conference as well. But the Pistons, number 1 seed, on the ropes, down 3-1. Their offense is looking bad. I have another stat here. Cade and Tobias Harris have been the only 2 players scored double figures. Only 2 players in 2 games. Cade and Tobias Harris only scored double figures. Have been scoring double figures for the Pistons in 2 games. Nobody else has been able to step up. Jalen Duren, you need to step up. I don't know what's with you taking 8 or 4 shots, but you need to lock in. 12-8, you're an all-star. You're going to be an all-NBA this year, in my opinion. You need to be way more aggressive. You should be. I don't know what's going on, but you're a lot more aggressive than that. Because right now you're playing soft and sorry. But I love the series. And also, Wendell Carter, you're a winner. Balling. You're outplaying Jalen Duren. There's been a man amongst boys in the paint. And Jamal Cain, winner as well, man. He just boomed. He just hit. He boomed on Jalen Duren and made him fall. Dog, that was filthy. If y'all need to really see that play, that was just nasty. But Magic's up 3-1. I think they could close it out in 6 games. The Magic only lost 1 game in their postseason since hiring Jamal Mosley. But this is a bit of a shock. Also, Dennis Jenkins, not very much of a factor. I mean, when K's not playing, he's very good. But he needs the ball in order to have an impact over there. But this series is wraps. And it's gonna be an upset and a lot of things to do on the drawing board. Jalen Duren's a loser in these postseasons so far. Could throw in all the Pistons, but Cade Cunningham getting everything he got. Tobias Harris having a solid outing as well. Franz Wagner is doing this thing for the Magic. Paolo Banchero as well. Desmond Bane, a key presence. Shout out, we're going to throw in another 2 winners. John Morant and Jaren Jackson Jr. courtside cheering on Desmond Bane. Old school Memphis teammates. That's what I respect. Your teammates there, old teammates there, showing your support. I respect that a lot. They got me hyped. I respect that a lot. Next series, Cavs versus Raptors. Series is tied 2 apiece. Game 4 was very ugly. Very ugly. Both teams scored under 40 at halftime, which is the first time since 2015. A very long time. Offensively, both teams were struggling. Brandon Ingram has been struggling the entire series so far. Cavs had it in their grasp. Got an 8-second violation. Jamal Shed was able to dive and made a great defensive play to force the 8-second violation. Scotty Barnes has been solid. Once his offense get better in the course of the series. But I do believe Cavs will win in 7 games, and the Cavs will win Game 5. But there's a possibility where we can see Magic and Raptors in the second round. It's going to be very interesting to see. That's a very high possibility. I like the Raptors' young, athletic wings as well. I like Colin Murray-Boyles, obviously, backup big. He's nice. RJ Barrett, former Knicks. Shout out my boy RJ Barrett. Wishing Mania quickly will get back in healthy. Jamal Shed over there, Scotty Barnes, Jakob Pearl, rest of the crew. A nice supporting cast, young Raptors team. They'll be nice in the future, though. But for the Cavs, Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, y'all got to step up, man. Y'all really need to step up. James Harden had a turnover problem yesterday. Both teams couldn't shoot the 3 ball either. And do not lose in the first round. Not this year. Not this year whatsoever. Evan Mobley, you too. You have been solid so far. You're doing good. I'm proud of you. I want you to take more shots. Jared Allen has been solid. But, hey, series tied 2-2. It's going to be, this series going 7 games. Should be fun. Also, quick update. Nuggets are up 19 now against the Timberwolves. 78-59 with 5:29 left in the third quarter. But the next series, let's go Knicks. Knicks versus Hawks series tied 2 apiece. I could talk about this all day. It's almost 12:30 at night, time of recording. Listen, if you have a dream, go after it. I just had to say that right out there. But the work does not stop. The job is not done. Shout out Kobe. But so much to talk about here. CJ McCollum, he looked like Michael Jordan out here, just cooking everybody. And when Jalen Brunson guards him, he shoots 76% from the field. 76. That's what we're talking about. Prime DeAndre Jordan lob dunk era, when all he used to do is get lob dunks from CP3 back in the day over there. Cat had a great triple-double last in Game 4, a must-needed game. Otherwise, the series would have been over. Brunson OG has been great for the Knicks, honestly and truthfully, man. He has been great defensive presence. Offense has been getting better each and every single year. Brunson offensively could still get the job done as well. Mikal Bridges, you have been a loser in these postseason, buddy. And it has been majority of the season. Oh, mercy. In Game 3, he had 0 points. Your minutes have been steadily decreasing. Mike Brown making adjustments, bringing in Deuce McBride in, having more minutes as well. And that fits as well, bringing Jose Alvarado for more minutes as well. I like that adjustment for Mike Brown. Very well needed. And you're finally making an adjustment, Mike Brown. Thank you for that. But the Knicks had a blown lead in Game 2 in the Garden. Horrible. Just typical New York Knicks fashion. They were down by a lot in Game 3 in Atlanta. Almost came back and won the game, but I'm not sure what went down the stretch in the final seconds. Couldn't even get a shot out. Brunson turned the ball over. Hart couldn't grab it. It was just terrible and pathetic. But Game 5 is in the Garden tomorrow. I will be there. If you're seeing this, it should be out by 12 o'clock. I will be at the Garden tomorrow for Game 5. But the next series, also winners and losers for this one, Cat. Everyone's on the border, but CJ McCollum is definitely a winner. Jalen Johnson hasn't really been all that in the series so far. OG doing a great job defensively. Dyson Daniels got to be able to shoot something, man. I'm telling you, boy. He got to be able to shoot something. Onyeka Okongwu has been good so far in the series. But OG is definitely a winner. Brunson has some of his winner moments. Cat has some of his winner moments as well. Bridges, obviously, loser. I'm sorry, bro. But, yeah, man. Kuminga having his moments as well. Game 4 really wasn't his best, but he's just been very inconsistent. Last series, Boston versus Philly. Celtics lead 3-1. They just embarrassed them in Philly. Last game for Game 4. Embiid returned. Peyton Pritchard, 32 points, along with 6 threes. Celtics made 24 threes, which is their franchise playoff record. And Jason Tatum had 30. Jaylen Brown had 20 of his own. Celtics, I think they're going to win this in 5 games like I predicted. But the real question is it time to move on from Joel Embiid? He did have 26 and 10 last game in his return. But the offense is starting to look a little stagnant. I was listening to some ESPN people, and I'm starting to agree with them over time a little bit because I don't know. VJ Edgecombe only has 6 points. It's like the offense like slows down instead of pushing the pace. When Edgecombe and Max are in transition, lightning quick, get buckets out early, and I think that's what the Sixers need and transition to a new era. Honestly, you can still get picks, obviously not too much. He gave him an extension after he won MVP, and just has been injured his whole career, especially down in his later years. He is 32 years old though, so you have to make a decision: go fully into the VJ Max era, or just let it ride with Joel Embiid. But Jason Tatum has been returning to his form. He has been cooking in the first round, and yeah, the Celtics looking scary. It's looking like beat the Celtics. I think the Celtics could like honestly make the final. It's going to be very tough for any team to beat them out east, including the Knicks. But I believe the Knicks can get it done. I still got the faith. But winners, Peyton Pritchard, still getting them buzzer beaters off. Jaylen Brown proving why he's still MVP candidate. Jason Tatum returning to form. Tyrese Maxey has been good, had solid moments. Same with VJ Edgecombe. Has been a little inconsistent though, back-to-back man games, but they'll be all right in the future. But yeah, that's all for the Philly series. This one will be over in 5 games. I think they should move on from Joel Embiid, embrace the new era. Should trade Paul George in the meantime as well. But those are my winners and losers of the NBA postseason so far. Also, a recap of everything within the first week of the season, along with winners and losers of the first week as well. But let me know what y'all thought of the postseason so far. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, and embrace the chaos.